has always been full of hidden secrets. From hidden references of popular movies, secret free skins you forgot to claim, massive teasers for upcoming collaborations, here's over 100 secrets in Fortnite you missed. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and help us out on our journey to 4.73 million subscribers. Don't forget to use code HOMEGAMESYT in the item shop. First up, everyone missed this secret mini live event. It all starts over here at the Utopia City location, where for the entire season, right in the middle of the POI, you've been able to find this mysterious portal depicting the 0 point, specifically from the unvaulting event in Chapter 1, Season 8. Earlier this week, I pointed out that Utopia City literally is the exact same layout as the vault, the giant orb in the center and 6 pillars leading up to it, implying that the two are somehow connected. Turns out they're actually connected in a more important way than we ever could have seen coming. Let me explain. Now, if you land at Utopia City, you'll notice that the 0 point portal to the vault is no longer there. Turns out this actually has to do with Midas, who has now been relocated over to this roof at Utopia City. And if you go up and talk to him, tasks you with locating his new associate, being Skillet from Season 2, who has also returned. Skillet tasks us with gathering some important information for the Golden Gunslinger. Starts out over at Shogun Solitude with the Kendo NPC, where he reveals his brother Dago is taking orders from someone or something, that it's all connected to the Overlord Spires. We start to get some real answers when we then go and talk to Hope, where she says studies on the Spires are ongoing and they've recently had some major breakthroughs. Isn't keen on revealing any important information, and things start to get super crazy with week 2 of the story quest, where inside of Hope's office we're actually able to find some of their Spire research in the form of this poster, where you're able to see 2 different handwritings, one belonging to Hope and the other to Midas. Remember this because it'll be important in a second, because immediately after this we had to search Jones's room, where another massive clue was found, actually being a folder with the shadow logo on it, implying that Midas and the Supernovas have teamed up, which makes sense since obviously he's the one funding the academy. Most importantly, we're able to find this blueprint drawn up of the archway in Utopia City, as well as this massive board consisting of all of their latest findings. And once we deliver a sprite to the archway, the portal depicting the 0 point vault reappears, as well as a holographic version of Midas, and he reveals the biggest thing so far, saying this is where we intend to store the 0 point shard after it's recovered. For Hope goes on to confirm her and Midas are working together. All of this is leading up to this season's mini live event, which for the first time ever will actually be taking place during the middle of the season. But trust me, you haven't seen anything yet, because where do both the 0 point vault and Midas's original faction come from? Fortnite Chapter 1. Because before Midas ever founded the Shadow faction, it went by the name the Government, aka the faction controlling the Chapter 1 island. And as we all know, located on the Fortnite OG island, you're able to find a bunch of these mysterious bunkers. And as of the latest update, a mysterious flashing light can be seen emitting from the bunkers. It actually has a secret message hidden inside of it in Morse code that translates to say something is wrong, which obviously never happened the first time around, implying that the OG storyline doesn't follow the original. And all of this is connected to the 0 point shard, which has finally been located, all thanks to Outlaw Midas. Played an even bigger role in finding it than both Vengeance, Jones, and Hope combined. Let me explain. I'm gonna skip all of the storyline stuff most people are already familiar with, like where the 0 point shard came from, crash landed on the island, got stolen by demons, and so on. The super important part began in Season 2, when Outlaw Midas arrived with the goal of defeating his old rival Fletcher Kane. He went on to team up with us, the Loopers, and had us complete one special quest, where we searched the island for some 0 point energy, which we found. Right then and there, Midas's plan changed, with his focus now being on recovering the 0 point shard before it falls into the wrong hands. As we all know, Midas was unsuccessful in this mission back in Season 2. The 0 point shard was already in the spirit realm. Dago went after it, resulting in him becoming fully corrupted. Then in Season 3 is where things started to really come together, because right after the Death Star exploded in the end of season live event, pieces of debris crashed into the activated spirit realm portal, releasing all sorts of demonic energy across the island, literally merging our reality with theirs, bringing all sorts of spirit realm entities like the Overlord Spires, Demon Daigo, and even new Demon Guard henchmen. So Midas realized that in order to recover the 0 point shard, he would have to team up with Hope, which he wasn't all that happy about, as he says they have different motives, which will be important here in a second, and Hope wasn't too keen on working with him either, stating that not securing the shard poses an even bigger threat to the island. Midas then went on to share the information he gathered with Hope and Jones, compiled all of it on a massive board with images of a new 0 point sprite, Overlord Spires, Big Dill, most importantly the center of the Supernova Academy. And here's where the possible return of the 7 comes into play. So look at where the circle is at the Academy, literally right in the center, exactly where the brand new Science Lab launch bay is located. And there's way more to this location than initially meets the eye. First, if you pay close attention to the patterns on the walls, they're the exact same texture from the old Chapter 4 location called Reality Warriors Outpost. And the Paradigm, a member of the 7, is also also a member of the Reality Warriors. But I know that doesn't confirm the return, since this is honestly more than likely just Epic Games reusing the assets. That's only the beginning, because you remember back in Chapter 3 Season 1, it's basically entirely themed around the 7. They even have their very own location called the Sanctuary. Recently, tons of concept drawings for this location leaked, and in one of them, we're able to see the exact same launch bay location, but instead themed around the 7. Now I know, there's still a decent chance this is a coincidence, and maybe Epic Games just decided to release that POI here in Chapter 6 instead, but we're still just getting started, because recently, a member of the 7 has returned, being the Visitor, who only really returned for Season 4 of Fortnite OG. There's tons of hidden secrets implying that he is more than likely connected to the Battle Royale storyline. Let me explain. Remember, back in Chapter 4, when tons of the 7 members got taken into the Nothing by the Chrome? One of these members was the Visitor. Then, a few seasons later, the 7's AI, Amy, sent a bunch of test subjects into the Nothing through the Rift Gate to find out what happened to them, but then returned with this message. Players have noticed that each time someone becomes corrupted by the last reality, just like the members of the 7, their new form is always a reflection of their old form. The new Visitor skin follows that theory perfectly. His shotgun shells are now on the other side of his body, as well as his belt, pouches, and even the pipe on his chest. The biggest thing confirming the new Visitor is indeed storyline related is his ominous description saying from beyond the unknown. You haven't even heard or seen the best part yet, because coming up here shortly, not only are we going to be getting a live event in Fortnite OG, being the same blast off live event we originally had in Season 4, but we'll also be getting the mini live event in Battle Royale that we just talked about, involving the 0-point vault portal at the center of Utopia City, and it's becoming increasingly likely that the two are somehow connected, as it makes perfect sense with the original storyline. Because after the blast off live event originally went down, the Visitor inside of his rocket ended up being transported out of the reality after entering a rift in the sky. The Visitor himself literally disappeared from the Fortnite storyline for the next few seasons, only reappeared after, you guessed it, the unvaulting event, literally being the exact same thing we're able to see in the portal at Utopia City. But this time around, the OG storyline is different. It's beginning to create a storyline of its own. Because remember how the bunkers in Fortnite OG have a secret message saying something is wrong, which obviously never happened the first time around. I believe there's a chance this could either be the 7 communicating through the Nothing, or the Chapter 6 Islanders signaling across realities that they need help. And here's where your mind is really gonna be blown, because Demon Daigo, who is corrupted by the Dark Presence, isn't actually the main antagonist of this season, and instead, you remember how the Dark Presence took control of both Night Rose and Shogun X back in Season 1, while the real souls were still trapped inside of the Spirit Realm? The same thing is happening yet again with Daigo, as his sister Jade hints at, saying, I don't think Daigo has betrayed us. The Dark Presence in the Spirit Realm really wanted Daigo. We need to save him. But who was the Dark Presence actually? At first, we all assumed it was going to be Emperor Palpatine, because at the time, he just leaked to be the next antagonist in the upcoming Galactic battle season, and even though he did end up becoming incredibly evil, it wasn't actually the Dark Presence we've heard so much about. Instead, it's someone known as Asmodeus, the King of Demons. Since we can literally hear that name whispered at the Spirit Realm portal right below Demon's domain, there is a chance this could be Epic Games just teasing this year's main Fortnitemares villain, kinda like they did with Mephisto last year. I'm really hoping it's a member of the 7, since after all, Amy's test subjects reported that they're changing for the worse. Chapter 7 is just around the corner. It's officially been exactly 7 years since the 7 were introduced, making it the perfect time to finally bring them back. What about the 0-point shard itself? Well, it's finally been located, and we're dropping into a game right now where we're gonna reveal everything. And it all starts off at possibly the most important location we've had in Fortnite in a very long time, being right over here at Utopia City. Obviously, this is where the 0-point vault portal is located, that we've already talked so much about, as this is where they plan to store the 0-point shard. And even though they found it, it's not currently where it's located. Let me explain. Also, located at Utopia City, you're able to find the Outlaw Mythics NPC, the main characters responsible for coming up with the plan to recover the 0-point shard. And this is very important, because remember earlier when I said Hope and Mythics have different motives for finding it? The only thing they share in common is their goal of finding it. The Outlaw Mythics NPC now reveals more about his plan than ever, because if you go up to him and actually ask him about the shard, he goes on to say, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm intrigued by the 0-point shard. Source of power like that carries serious potential, but I'll tell you what I told Jones and Hope, there's no point arguing about its eventual fate before we get our hands on it, implying that Mythics actually implies to steal the shard and use it for himself, while the Hope NPC says that she still doesn't trust Midas, but is still continuing with his plan to store the shard in the vault, prevent anything worse from happening. Hope goes on to tease something even more important, hinting at the fact that there may actually be more than one 0-point shard in play here, which makes sense because obviously the 0-point shard is only one small piece of the 0-point we were able to see when we had the unstable 0-point back in chapter 2. Thankfully, the very first 0-point shard has already been located. Midas doesn't plan on storing it in the vault like he convinced Hope and Jones he was going to, and instead is using his powers to actually create new technologies here on the Fortnite island, because as we all know, Midas is the one responsible for funding the Supernova Academy, thanks to his massive gold stash he built up during season 2, and we helped him build, literally stealing all of Fletcher Kane's gold. What we know for sure is Midas will use the shard to create the brand new 0-point sprites, which we saw on the massive board at the Supernova Academy from the quest we talked about earlier. Now, since the sprite is on that board that was put together by Hope and Jones, more than likely means both of them are already privy to his plan on creating the 0-point sprites, meaning there's a very good chance Midas could have even darker intentions. However, that's probably not the case, as Midas has always typically been a pretty decent guy. But where the 0-point shard actually is will surprise you. It's not inside of the vault at Utopia City, or at least not yet anyways, and instead is likely located right underneath this location I'm at right now, Demon's Domain. You're literally able to see its energy emitting from the Spirit Realm portal right here and continually merging our reality with the Spirit Realm. Just check it out. You see these absolutely massive dark clouds expanding from the POI? These have continued to expand more and more since the season release. What will likely happen is once the shard is located, Hope and Midas will successfully contain it inside of the 0-point vault. However, that won't put an end to Dago and the Dark Presence's rule. They come to find out there's more than one shard out there. The Dark Presence still has their hands on it. Next up, literally everyone missed this crazy invisibility glitch, allowing you to get an easy victory royale. In order to pull this off, first things first, all we're gonna need to do is land on top of this main building, exactly right here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where one of the Typhoon blades spawn, and we're just gonna want to pick that up and add it to our inventory. Uh-oh, boys, we got another enemy right below me. Let's eliminate him. Huh, huh. Yes, thanks for playing. Oh my goodness, another one though, man. Chop him up. Yes, we got it. Anyways, now all we need to do is actually make our way over to the other side of the location and come right here to this massive waterfall. Let me explain. So if you actually try and enter the waterfall with your character, you'll notice that it just kicks you backwards like this. But if you actually pull out the Typhoon blade, use your falling strike to enter it, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Your character, for some reason, is able to glitch inside of it. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This literally feels illegal. And even though we're underwater, for some reason, you don't take any damage. Your character is turned totally invisible and no enemies are able to see you. Oh, speaking of enemies, man, one is literally right by me. Let's see. Do you think he's gonna be able to see me, man? I don't think so. Oh, I guess he's going the other way. Here, you know what? I'm gonna shoot some bullets. I'm gonna try and get some enemies to notice me. Oh, someone's shooting at me. What the heck? How? All right, man, that's gotta be a bot. That has to be a bot. You literally can't see me, man. How else would he know I'm here? That's nothing compared to the massive hidden secret in one of the unstable weapons. And this is super easy to check out for yourself. First things first, make your way over to the Supernova Academy location. Then head inside of Jones's office and talk to the Vengeance Jones NPC. Once you're talking to him, click on the thing that says Pistol Expertise. And then go ahead and buy not just one of the unstable exotics from him. Repeat the exact same thing again so you have 2 in your inventory, just like I did. And as we all know, whenever you shoot this thing, it's supposed to send out 1 shockwave with each burst you shoot. We can easily change that if you just go ahead and drop one of the exotics from your inventory just like this, then use the other one, shoot it so it's completely out of bullets and reload, and go ahead, pick up your other exotic, switch to that, and then shoot it. Look what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Literally every single bullet sends out a huge shockwave, literally 3 times the shockwaves that it's actually supposed to. Here we go. Let's try this on some enemies. Oh my! Look at him. He's flying around. Dude, can't even shoot him. He just flies around like mad. Yes, we got him. Moving on, we all know that swimming has been a big part of Fortnite for a very long time. Did you know there's actually a way to swim underwater that you absolutely have to try for yourself? Thankfully, it's super duper easy to pull off. Basically, all you need to do is once you jump out of the battle bus is just begin making your way over to the Supernova Academy. And uh-oh, that's not good. It looks like we got another duo landing here as well. Got to eliminate them first. Hold on, there we go. We got a shotgun. Bring some mini shields as well. Time to go nuts. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Right here, right here. Got him. Uh-oh, another one, and he knows I'm here. Sneak attack. Yes, thanks for playing, buddy. But back to business. Next up, all we need to do is make our way over here to this building where the superhero training is, as well as the Morgan Mist NPC. Simply go up and interact with her. Proceed to purchase the Mistform item for 400 gold. Just like that, the hardest part of pulling this glitch off has already been accomplished. Next up, all you're gonna want to do is go to any area on the map that has a bunch of water on it, like this spot right here. Now, all we need to do is run, slide, and activate the Wraith form at the same time. Let's give this a go, shall we? Boom. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it worked. Look at this. Our character is literally glitched under the water. This is insane. All right, I guess it's not that useful, though, because we are taking a bunch of damage right now. Regardless, it is still super sweet to finally be able to swim underwater in Fortnite. Oh, dear, man. We're going to die in like 2 seconds. This might be like the worst glitch ever, dog. Wait, maybe I didn't do it right. Let me try this again. Here we go, just like this. Yes, all right, now it's working. We're not taking any damage. Oh, nope, I lied. Yep, and we died, man. What the heck? Even more importantly, did you know there's some secret weapons in Battle Royale that aren't supposed to be there? But getting your hands on them are actually kind of tricky. Let me show you what I'm talking about. First things first, if you land over here at the pumped power location. Oh dear, someone else is going for the new weapon as well. No worries, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bop him real quick. Thanks for playing, Fire Cheeks. Oh, poop, another one. How dare you interrupt my video, mate? That is what you get. Anyways, if you go up and interact with the Haley Sky NPC, she obviously doesn't sell any unreleased weapons, but that's not actually how you get it. Instead, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If we actually go ahead and attack her, you'll notice she pulls out a weapon that isn't supposed to be in the game. First one actually being the Maven auto shotgun from Chapter 5, and the second being the Havoc suppressed assault rifle, also from Chapter 5. Wait, there's more, ladies and gentlemen, because check this out. If you actually go ahead and eliminate her, oh dear, oh my goodness, she's going to eliminate me. I gotta drink some shields, boys. This is getting ugly. All right, here we go. Let's finish her off. Come here, mate. Yes! Notice she literally doesn't drop either of those weapons. Instead, in order to get our hands on these secret weapons, we actually need to do something totally different. Here we are in another game where I'm gonna hire the Haley Sky NPC for 800 gold. As you can see, she immediately pulls out the unreleased weapons that we were talking about. And those are the only 2 weapons she'll use when fighting against any enemies you encounter. So here's my idea, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get a whole bunch of materials. And here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go ahead, build up a mini sky base just like I'm doing right now. Place a platform right here at the very, very end. Now we need to get the Haley Sky NPC to follow us up here. Come on, keep on coming. That works. And a little bit further, a little bit further. Stand right here for me. All right, that is exactly what we needed, ladies and gentlemen. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and edit her down just like this. Oh, yes, there we go. She just got eliminated. No, but she still only dropped some shockwaves for us. Epic Games, if you're watching this, man, can you please let us use those 2 weapons? But even more importantly, you remember a few days ago when the Boogie Bomb got unvaulted? Throwing it at the normally unbothered Superman NPC would actually make him start fighting you. Well, obviously, the Boogie Bomb was only here for a day, so that's no longer possible. Or so we thought, as a brand new way of fighting the Superman NPC was just discovered. Now I'm gonna show you how to do it right now, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, just land at this little pond right outside of the Supernova Academy. Land exactly where I am right now. You should be able to find some fishing rods that spawn here. Go ahead, search it, pick one up, add it to your inventory just like that. This is very important. You're gonna want to make sure you have a bunch of heals in your inventory. So once we actually start fighting Superman, we're not gonna be able to stop him. And dude is gonna do everything in his power to eliminate us. So you want to make sure you have some heals so you don't die. Come on, please give me some shields. No way. You need to find some shields, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, we're just gonna get eliminated. Come on, shields, shields, shields. No. Oh, okay, there we go. A big pot. That's good enough. And we're finally ready to get to business. Literally, all we need to do is hit Superman with our fishing rod just like this. Come on, buddy. Oh, yes, it worked. Look at him. We're literally fighting the Superman boss. Sort of. I know it's just the NPC. Obviously, as you probably guessed, shooting him literally does nothing. He's not able to take any damage at all. See, are we able to take damage from him? Shoot me, Superman. Oh, we're invincible too. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Fortnite history, man. Wait, because it gets even weirder. I'm pretty sure if we make our way out of here. Yes, Superman's literally following us around. Come on, Superman, make it over here, buddy. I know you want to. I know you want to, mate. Look at him, bro. He's so mad. Oh, here he comes. Here it comes. Hello, Superman. Oh, Superman, you gotta follow me, man. I just had the craziest idea ever. See that gunfight that's going down over there? We're gonna bring Superman over there and see if he's able to eliminate them. Wait, where the heck did he just go, dude? Oh, he's just walking back, man. He must have forgot about me. Let's try this again. Follow me, Superman. This way, this way, this way. Right, here he comes. Come on, buddy. No, it seems like he refuses to leave the Supernova Academy, which I guess makes sense. That's only a small mistake compared to what Epic Games did inside of the item shop. It resulted in tons of players receiving a free pickaxe. Let me explain. Obviously, as we all know, we're currently in the middle of this year's summer event. A huge part of this event is always tons of summer-themed cosmetics returning in the item shop, and this year is no exception. A few days ago, we saw a Lil Whip return, a summer event legend from a few years ago. Alongside it, we got the Scoop and Slices bundle, including a few different ice cream-themed pickaxes. Oddly enough, they also released one of these pickaxes, 2 scoops, right next to the bundle. So anyone that purchased the 2 scoops individually is able to pick up the full bundle for a super odd and uneven amount of V-Bucks, 667. That's nothing compared to Big Dill's huge secret. He's now found himself in a bit of a pickle, no pun intended. It all starts off with when Big Dill first started his rap career, was invited by the real-life rapper T-Pain to collaborate on a song. As we all know, Big Dill went on to poison T-Pain, stealing his laptop, who alongside the brat used all of the beats on the laptop to create 15 T-Pain diss tracks, resulting in a massive diss track war between the real-life rapper and the Tasty Boys group. Well, now here in Season 3, not only have both of the members of the Tasty Boys returned to the island, things are quickly going worse for them than they ever could have imagined. Let me explain. You probably noticed that as of the update we got last week, 2 new musical artists arrive on the island, being DJ Yonder and DJ Bop over at Utopia City, and their goal is literally to replace the Tasty Boys. As DJ Bop hints at when she says they're the new kids on the block and they're old news, Tasty Boys more like expired boys. Their beats aren't sick, they'll just make you sick, and the Tasty Boys are dishing it right back, saying things like, you think you're still hot, but you smell like leftovers to me. Anyways, DJ Bop and DJ Yonder are apparently winning the newly revealed beats. Inside of Hope's office, you're actually able to hear this song playing from her speakers. The DJs are taking credit for that, saying if you've heard a remix on the island, it's either mine or Bop's. Oh, I know, none of this really sounds like that big of a deal, but that's only the beginning. Turns out the hate has actually motivated Big Dill to do something we never could have seen coming, because if you go up to the Big Dill NPC and ask him about the Tasty Boys, he says, I love my boy the Brat. He ain't got much spice. Am I too tasty to share the stage forever? Your boy Big Dill is almost ready for his first solo project, implying that the end of the Tasty Boys is right around the corner, and he's not kidding. He also tells the Brat that he plans on leaving the group once he gets an offer for a solo album. Sadly, the Brat has no idea this betrayal is about to happen, and insists him and Big Dill are on the same page. But Big Dill isn't the only Season 2 character with a massive hidden secret, because Fletcher Kane has also been up to something very mysterious. May have thought that he left the island altogether after being abandoned by Dago when he entered the Spirit Realm portal, and even though it does seem like he's preparing to leave, as most of the stuff at his mansion at Lone Wolf Lair is being boxed up, there's actually a secret Easter egg on the island implying that he's been up to something else. Let me explain. Now, located inside of the old vault at his mansion, you're able to find this painting of him holding up a glass. Being a reference to the famous Leonardo DiCaprio meme, some players have noticed something very interesting with this painting. It's less than 10% of the time, the painting that spawns is actually totally different, showing a super fit version of the antagonist with a bunch of muscles and even a six-pack. When this first popped up, we all assumed it was teasing a new summer version of Fletcher Kane, kind of like we got a new summer version of Midas a few years back. The summer skins are already inside of the Fortnite game files, and Buff Fletcher is nowhere to be found, meaning more than likely this is just a fun Easter egg added by Epic Games. Next up, there's a free skin everyone is available to unlock, being the First Order Stormtrooper that released at the beginning of the Galactic battle season. Get it? Just link your My Disney account to your Epic Games account by navigating over to the linked account sections on the Epic Games website. But let's be honest, almost everyone watching this video right now probably already has this in their locker. But what you didn't know about is the massive hidden secret with the Crypto Treat Mythic that when thrown spawns in crypto who comes crashing down and deals 100 damage. And this thing is now literally more broken than anything ever. Check this out. If you go up to Superman, then proceed to purchase 2 of the Mythic Crypto Treats from him, then if you just make your way over to one of the new Science Lab bunkers that opened last week and proceed to throw 2 Crypto Treats right on the Supernova's logo, look what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You actually fully break the bunker, are literally able to glitch underneath the map in the coolest way possible. It doesn't end here, because not only does this give you access to a super sweet hiding spot, but I think you're also able to shoot out of it. Let's try it out. All right, nope, never mind, that doesn't work. But hey, at the very least, the enemies aren't able to see you here and you're pretty much fully invisible. Let's see, can I throw the Crypto Treat out of here? Let's try. Nope, didn't work. What you are able to do is drop down in the water underneath here and swim around underneath the map. But wait, it gets even better. If you actually do this glitch over at the bunker by the Shining Span Bridge, while having the Storm Beast pom-poms in your inventory, activate the Storm Beast feature, swim all the way over to the waterfall by Foxy Floodgate, your character will glitch and literally become invincible. But that's not even the biggest Storm Beast glitch, because players discovered if you build up and knock yourself at the exact same time you enter Beast mode, your character will appear knocked, but actually still be alive, letting you build and shoot at enemies while they think you're knocked, essentially tricking everyone. This is so overpowered that Epic Games decided to remove the pom-poms and even fix the glitch with the science labs. The new way to do this glitch has just been discovered. First things first, hop inside of an SUV, proceed to make your way over to the science lab right outside of Canyon Crossing, and park it exactly where I am. Then, if you boost into this rock... Oh, hold on, I went too far. I think I gotta hop out of the SUV. Let's try this again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. It worked. We have once again made it underneath the map and glitched inside of the bunkers. Now, I still don't think we're able to shoot out of this and do any damage. Yep, doesn't work. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can make my way over to that ledge. Here we go, boys. Are you ready? No! Oh, but look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're literally glitched underneath the map. This is absolutely insane. Oh, we just got eliminated. I bet you didn't know you're able to get a secret weapon that was vaulted years ago in Season 3. We're dropping into a Battle Royale game where I'm gonna show you how to get it right now. Thankfully, acquiring this weapon is literally one of the easiest things in all of Fortnite history. So easy that I can't believe Epic Games did this by accident. Anyways, the first thing you're gonna want to do is head on over here to the Foxy Floodgate location, where apparently we got some enemies going after the exact same thing I am. I gotta find a weapon. I gotta find a weapon. Come on, please give me one. All right, that'll do. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. Got an enemy right here. Oh, this is a bot. Bro, I don't know if this is a bot or not. They're just like standing here AFK. Thanks for playing. Oh dear, wait, we got another one. Hopefully there's an assault rifle or something in here, man, please. Oh yes, right here, right here, right here. Uh-oh, he's right on top of me. Here we go, you ready? Thanks for playing, Yeet Man. And now we're finally ready to get to business. Literally, all we need to do is make our way just over to the other side of the Foxy Floodgate, right over here to the shadow briefing thing. If you actually go up and interact with it, you're not going to want to accept the pistol, the shotgun, or the SMG challenge. And instead, you're going to want to accept the assault rifle. Watch what happens when I do that. Obviously, it starts a challenge that we have 5 minutes to complete. But look what's in my inventory, ladies and gentlemen. A weapon that isn't supposed to be in Fortnite anymore, actually being the Hollow Twister AR. One of Fortnite's best hidden secrets is hidden inside of the new Utopia City location. We'll start with the lamer ones, where in the top floor of one of the two tall buildings, you're able to find two U2 robots making a painting, one of them acting as a model and the other as the artist. Judging by his painting, doesn't seem to be very talented. Should probably just play a fun game instead, like the robots in the building next to them. I'll skip the obvious hidden secrets here, like the 0-point portal in the center, as well as the hidden launch pad inside of the Orbit's nightclub. Instead, move on to something more important. Check this out. If you actually make your way outside of the basement of the high-rise, you're able to find this poster with a donut on it saying tongue tickling crunch, obviously being a reference to the famous donut from the Simpsons TV show, meaning this poster was likely added in preparation for the leaked Simpsons mini-season. But that's nothing compared to the secrets in this season's main location, Supernova Academy. Because here, as we all know, is where you're able to find one of the story's main protagonists, Shadowblade Hope. It's her very own office, where she's continued creating her paintings from the vision shown to her by Pandora's box. Located on her desk, you're actually able to find a postcard that we can only assume is from her sister Valeria, who, don't forget, was the one responsible for opening Pandora's box, resulting in Hope getting the visions. The postcard literally depicts the same reality Valeria originated from in Chapter 5. Just across the hallway from Hope's office, you're able to find Vengeance Jones, who has an office of his very own, being a reference to his old office in the Imagined Order headquarters we got to see during the Chapter 2 device event. This time has some very special pictures from his life. Might be crazy here, is Epic Games trying to imply he has 3 different girlfriends? They should have done instead is put more time into the trash can, as it seems like they literally forgot to add the texture for it altogether. And would it be a new Fortnite season without some PLE secrets, right? And Epic delivered big time. So you're now able to find a bunch of these posters where PLE is apparently offering flying lessons, more than likely teasing a superhero PLE skin soon to be released. What a crazy journey PLE's been on the last year, man, from literally being kidnapped to now being the island's leading expert on flying. But none of those are the biggest secret in this season. Before we get get to that, obviously, as we all know, ever since Chapter 5 released in December of 2023, a huge feature everyone loves on the Fortnite island is the train. As its addition made it super easy to travel around the island quickly, you probably noticed that even though there are a bunch of train stations on the island, the train itself isn't doing its normal thing of chugging around. Turns out that's because some cows got in its way, preventing it from moving. They are just cardboard cutouts. The real reason it stopped is likely from the fallen rocks on the tracks in front of it. Don't worry though, the islanders will have this taken care of in no time. We were able to see the train moving in this season's promotional images. But we're still just getting started, because if you actually make your way over towards the golden biome, specifically right over here to the area perfectly in between Outlaw Oasis and Shiny Shafts, we're able to find this little ledge that has a bunch of camping supplies set up around it. At first, it doesn't seem like there's anything special or unique about this area at all, but check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If I position my character perfectly, look what you're able to see. Literally an outline of some ghost character just standing there. It is rather difficult to make out. There without a doubt is a person there, but watch this. If we actually walk just a little bit closer towards the mysterious figure, oh, it just disappeared. Who is this character? What are they doing here? And is this just a glitch? Well, it's not a glitch. And the real answer to who this is actually lies in the new Supernova Academy, because by now, I'm sure we all know about the different super rooms you're able to access based on your super rank, giving you some decent loot. I'm sure we also all know about the room you're not able to access here. But inside, you're able to find this very mysterious cape item. This cape actually belongs to the Battle Pass character Morgan Mist. We were able to see a short clip of her using it in this season's trailer. And even though this item won't be releasing for a few more weeks, it has a very special ability. As you're able to see, it goes fully invisible, exactly like the ghost character in the gold biome, meaning these two are without a doubt connected, implying that the ghost is Morgan herself, but that can't be the case. Since she's already present on the island as an NPC, turns out it is actually Morgan. We're able to get a much better look at the ghost in replay mode, and it uses her exact same model, as well as the same mist effect from the cape. Regardless, this is just a glitch, and the ghost version of Morgan shouldn't yet be in the game. I bet you didn't know that the season with the most hidden secrets was actually Galactic Battle. First things first, ever since Dago began his second ritual at the Spirit Realm portal by Magic Mosses at the end of last season, it resulted in a tiny Death Star appearing high in the sky. The Death Star itself has continued to get bigger and bigger, in preparation for the most hyped live event in a long time, the Death Star Sabotage. Even though this season's storyline has been pretty much non-existent, and it started extremely slow, with there only being one single hint towards what Palpatine is planning for the live event, which came in week 1, when we had to collect some Imperial data logs from the Stormtroopers, and in one of them, it came out that Palpatine actually tasked them with searching the island for something he called junk that wasn't actually junk at all. Turns out what Palpatine was after here was obviously the broken pieces of the Spirit Realm portals. Once all the pieces were located, Palpatine obviously reconstructed the portals using the powers of the Force. You could even hear screams of a mysterious character if you got close enough to it. And that's essentially where the storyline ended last week. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the portal once again received another update. It officially entered its second stage. If you get close enough to it, you're still able to hear the exact same screams we pointed out last week. But you may have noticed that this Spirit Realm activating versus how it activated in every mini live event we've gotten so far in Chapter 6 actually looks to be different this time around. As you're able to notice a large beam of light shooting up into the sky that wasn't there before, except for when Dago was trying to extract the 0-point shard and the Dark Presence resisted. It's believed that this is actually the Dark Presence preparing to leave the portal. Don't forget, it's recently corrupted Dago and is using him as a puppet, just like it did with Night Rose in Season 1. During the live event, Dago will be released back onto the island and actually be the main villain of Chapter 6 Season 4. But first, we need to stop Palpatine, who reconstructed the portal to get the 0-point shard for himself. But little did he know, that would release an even more evil presence onto the island. If I'm being honest, it's kind of disappointed that all of this season's mini live events are basically the same, as each one of them involves a Spirit Realm portal just going through a bunch of different stages. But hey, at least this time around, the Death Star will be involved, which does give me a little more hope that we won't be watching the same live event for the 3rd time in a row. All of that is insane, but we still have yet to cover the biggest hidden secret in Fortnite history. First things first, I'm sure I'll remember a few weeks ago, then we got a new Fortnite update, and inside of that, released a brand new NPC onto the island known as Han Solo. Han Solo actually got a very interesting update, and here we are in front of him ready to check it out. First, it doesn't really seem like anything changed, as he's basically the exact same as he was in the previous updates. Get a load of this, ladies and gentlemen. If you actually go up and talk to Han Solo, he'll actually do this little emote where he wipes off his shoulders. At first, doesn't seem like anything all that important. Turns out this is actually a secret Easter egg reference to an incredibly famous meme, where Han Solo does the exact same dance in the Star Wars dancing video game for the Kinect. But that's not even the half of it, because obviously, alongside Han Solo, we also have his notorious Wookiee sidekick Chewbacca as an NPC, who earlier this week we made fight against Darth Vader, and even though the fight was mega close, Vader ended up coming out victorious. But what about the new Mandalorian NPCs? Are they strong enough to eliminate the Sith Lord? Well, here we are in game, ready to put it to the test. Right in front of me, we have the new Scout Mandalorian NPC. We need to hire the bad boy, but before we can do that, we actually need to complete this secret quest, where all we need to do is basically scout marked outposts for intel, which can be completed simply by coming over to one of the Imperial outposts, looking for the little exclamation mark on the map, and then interacting with the glowing console. Here we are at the next one. We'll collect that. Then we'll collect the third one. Last but not least, deliver the intel to the Mandalorian. And with that being complete, we can finally hire the Mandalorian. And it's time to get to business. All we need to do now is begin to make our way over to Vader's Samurai Solitude. Gotta make sure our buddy the Mandalorian is following us. Super quickly, we'll eliminate the stormtroopers, just so they don't weaken Mandalorian. And ladies and gentlemen, with Darth Vader right in front of us, the Mandalorian right here, it's time to get to business. Oh, look at this. Come on. Oh, the Mandalorian's actually seemingly winning. He's stabbing him with the Ambin sniper. Darth Vader already has lost a ton of health. That's insane. I actually really like the Mandalorian's chances of winning this. Oh my goodness. Come on, Mando. Oh, you just got slashed with a lightsaber. Stay focused here, buddy. Stay focused, Mr. Mandalorian. Oh, why is he coming over towards me? Uh-oh, that's not good. He's getting sliced up, bro. Here we go, Mando. Yes, stab him. That's what I'm talking about, Mando. Go, baby, go. This is actually a super close battle. Probably because Epic Games decreased Darth Vader's health by 20% yesterday. All right, Mandalorian, where are you going? You gotta stay focused here, buddy. Oh, here he goes. He's locked in. He's locked in. Oh, and that wasn't even close. Moving on, there are tons of free rewards everyone is now able to unlock. To unlock these rewards, if you're like me and play on a gaming PC, simply go ahead and open up the Epic Games launcher, type in Fortnite in the search bar and hit the enter button, then scroll down all the way to the bottom. Here, you'll be able to find the Frosted Skyline pack. Go ahead and click on that, hit the get button to add it to your account. And don't worry if you play on a console like Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch, just use the link on the description to come over to this tweet I posted on my Twitter account. Click on this link. It'll take you to the Epic Games website. Log into your Fortnite account on the top right, then once again hit the get button. Once you log back onto Fortnite, these two free wraps will be waiting for you. But in the Galactic battle season, Epic Games made one of their biggest mistakes ever. It all starts off with the new NPCs. Obviously, we got a new Darth Vader AI character that you're able to talk to. It spawns randomly at one of these three locations. Then obviously we have Chewbacca, the main person this update was themed around. And if you help him defeat the stormtroopers he's fighting against, we'll reward you with a legendary version of his Wookiee bowcaster. After that, we have everyone's favorite Star Wars character, Jar Jar Binks. However, unfortunately, it's just the normal version of Jar Jar, and not Darth Jar Jar. You might think that's every NPC we got in the latest update. Check this out. If you actually navigate over to your character collection book, you're able to see that there's spots for 3 additional NPCs. They even have their locations marked on the actual map. You may have noticed that whenever you visit these 3 locations, you're literally not able to find NPCs at any one of them. Turns out this was a mistake by Epic Games. And they accidentally added next week's NPC slots early. These spots actually belong to the new Mandalorian NPCs, with each one of them being a new version of the customizable Mando skin we'll see added to the game next week. But wait until you see this, because it seems like the inhabitants of the Chapter 6 island recently began a new project. So remember how last season we actually had a ton of these banks around the island that had vaults you could rob, giving you tons of good loot and even dill bits you could use to buy even better loot? Well, at the beginning of this season, each one of the banks were fully destroyed, but now it seems like the islanders have begun rebuilding them as a bunch of construction equipment has appeared. They apparently begin to prepare some new buildings for the next season. At the old bank location at Crime City, you're actually able to see a forklift hauling away one of Fletcher Kane's statues, basically implying that his involvement in the Chapter 6 storyline is finished. Moving on, you may remember that right when Chapter 6 Season 2 released, located inside of the new Crime City location, you're actually able to find this poster that was eerily reminiscent of the missing Peely poster from Chapter 5. However, this one simply showed a picture of a missing sheep when this was first discovered. We all thought it was a teaser for an upcoming skin that would release later in the season. Obviously, that never ended up happening. We all figured it was just some sort of reference to that season's wolf antagonist Fletcher Kane. Go with the metaphor, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Turns out that's not the case, and the truth is much, much deeper. Now let's check this out, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're dropping into a game, making our way over to the old black market right outside of the Rainbow Farm. Because located here, you're able to find one of the sheep's posters. It literally just changed with the new update today. Oh, 1 second, boys. Let me get this guy. Got him. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, missing sheep poster has been fully updated, and you're now able to see that the eyes have changed to these super creepy yellow ones. And if you've been playing Fortnite for a while, these eyes should definitely look very familiar to you, as they're literally the exact same eyes present on the old goat skin, released as a part of a collaboration with the Goat Simulator video game, which doesn't really answer our question about who or what this sheep is. It does confirm Epic Games hasn't forgot about it, meaning he'll likely be very important later in Chapter 6. But trust me, you haven't seen anything yet, because you know how right when the season first released, how 2 brand new secret loot rooms were discovered, each of them allowing you to get tons of awesome loot super easily. One being the secret cave at Canyon Crossing, the second being a cave at the Eat location. Now, obviously, everyone knows about these, so tons of players land there, not really making it a smart spot to land anymore. Well, today's update, a way better loot spot just arrived that not many people know about yet, making it one of the most effective drop spots in all of Fortnite. And I'm gonna show you where it is right now. First things first, you're just gonna want to begin making your way over to this tree area outside of Vader's Samurai Solitude. Land at this little shack at the edge of the cliff. Make your way inside of it, where you'll be able to find a rare chest that actually uses the old rare chest model from an earlier chapter. And this is the only rare chest on the island that looks like this. It's also the only rare chest on the island that spawns 100% of the time. If you open it, you're guaranteed some shields, as well as a weapon of at least epic rarity. Obviously, it's not as effective as the other 2 secret loot caves. Literally nobody lands here, except for you, as you now know it has a guaranteed rare chest waiting for you. But that's not even the half of it. Just remember last week when I showed you guys a glitch at the first order base location? Literally allow you to glitch inside of it. Now that that glitch has officially been patched and fixed, in doing so, they accidentally broke the location even more than ever before. Let me show you what I'm talking about, boys. Check this out. If you actually make your way over to the first order base, and more specifically land right here on the left side of the pad where the TIE fighter spawns, check this out. If you actually go ahead and break this floor right in front of me, look what you're able to see, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, this massive shaft that you're literally able to take your character all the way down into to hide. Obviously, this isn't as effective as the last glitch at the first order base, but regardless, it's always cool to access an area that you're not supposed to. But wait until you see this, because check this out. If you actually make your way to the other side, essentially being the main entrance to the base on the front side of the mountain, and come to this exact area I'm at right now, break this floor right in front of me. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. You're able to find another massive secret shaft, this one literally being way bigger, maybe being the best hiding spot to level up in rank that I've ever seen. Now, looking at this, it does seem like we're able to pickaxe these walls. Let's see where it leads. Oh, a stormtrooper. Come here, buddy. Thanks for playing, lad. The biggest Galactic battle secret came in week 2. Didn't just add the brand new Mace Windu and Darth Maul holograms onto the island, but also finally added the 3 new NPCs that have been missing ever since the season release, being Luke Skywalker at the Rebel Outpost by the Bird gas station, Leia located by the X-Wing spawned by Brutal Boxcars, last but not least, Han Solo at the Outpost Enclave. Did you know these NPCs actually have a massive hidden secret I bet you didn't know about? First one actually starts off over here at the Luke Skywalker NPC, where, check this out, he actually has a secret training quest you're able to accept. You simply just need to follow a course to get 30,000 XP. That's not the secret I'm talking about. Instead, if you actually go to the Ask About section, you're able to ask him about something known as blue milk, where he then goes on to reply, why do people keep asking me about this? Turns out blue milk is actually a very popular drink in Star Wars. You're able to find a massive container of it being served in the cantina at Outpost Enclave. Luke Skywalker was actually seen drinking this in his home during the first Star Wars movie, which is likely why everyone's apparently been asking him about it. And I actually got to try this drink in real life at Disneyland. Boy, was it absolutely fire. Next up, Luke's sister Leia, I accidentally referred to as his girlfriend in a video earlier this week, and you guys roasted me for it, actually reveals something massive about the Fortnite island. She has some dialogue where she goes on to say, we need all the bravery and skill your planet can provide, in reference to the upcoming battle against the Empire, basically revealing that for the very first time, we're not just on an island floating throughout outer space, but instead we're actually on a full planet, meaning there's more out there in the distance than just our island, and hopefully we'll get to explore in an upcoming chapter. Lastly, we have the Han Solo NPC, who if you go up and talk to, surprisingly enough, you're actually able to recruit him, where he says, yeah, everyone wants something. Look, kid, I'm sure your cause is noble. It's nice to see someone in the galaxy actually cares about aiming. Beat my score and we'll talk. We then just need to damage structures from further than 22 meters. Once you complete that, you'll get 30,000 XP. Also in the Galactic battle season, Epic Games hid some of the darkest secrets we've ever seen. We'll start with the lamest one and work our way up to the crazy one. It all starts off with these weird little things you're able to find scattered across the island, being a destroyed version of the loot horses. Obviously, by now, we all know hopping inside of these things results in your health slowly regenerating. We've all been wondering why Epic Games decided to add them in the first place. Thankfully, I finally figured it out. This is actually a reference to a scene from the OG Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back, where Luke Skywalker is stranded out in the freezing cold. Han Solo arrives to save him. And to help warm him up, Han Solo uses Luke's lightsaber to cut over the nearby Tauntaun, resulting in the Tauntaun's inside spilling out. This is exactly why you're able to see the loot horse's guts spilling out here in Fortnite. They've obviously now been totally reskinned to basically look exactly like the Tauntauns. You're even able to see the lightsaber's cut if you look closely enough at the bottom. Anyways, once Luke was inside, he was finally able to warm up, which we basically experience here in Fortnite as your character begins to regen health. It is kind of dark seeing a loot horse's guts spilled all over the map. Not as dark as some of the other Easter eggs. Speaking of things that heal you here inside of Fortnite, bet you didn't know that if you actually make your way towards this pond outside of the Shining Span Bridge, land inside of it, your character will then begin generating a bunch of health and shield. I have no idea why these are the only two ponds on the island that do this, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the steam you're able to see coming out of it. But trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. Let's check this out. When the season first released, we only had 5 NPCs on the island, most of them being totally useless, offering nothing all that useful to purchase, other than General Grievous, who obviously gives you a mythic in exchange for a lightsaber. 2 of these NPCs had some very special dialogue. One being Shadowblade Hope at the Resistance base, who says to Peely, "Keep your eyes peeled. A few of our new friends seem curious about you. You can't forget about Vengeance Jones." Also says to Peely, "Just so you know, one of our new friends seems interested in eating you." At the time, we all thought the person after Peely was Darth Vader. He was originally Anakin Skywalker before joining the dark side, and had numerous scenes in all the different Star Wars movies showing him eating fruit similar to a banana. But that theory was kind of a stretch to begin with, and nothing in the new Star Wars season actually confirmed it. Instead, it's very likely that the person after Peely is the one everyone expected the least out of all of them, actually being the Wookiee team leader. The NPC itself doesn't have any dialogue with Peely confirming this, and instead we found out about it a different way. Check this out. Obviously, we all know this season introduced a new location called Outpost Enclave that is entirely based around the spaceport cantina in Mos Eisley. And inside of Star Wars, this cantina is ran by a Wookiee named Chalum. Very likely wants to capture our banana friend to add him to his menu. There's also a very high chance that Darth Jar Jar could be the one after him, since Darth Jar Jar is known for eating different fruits in the Star Wars movies, meaning he would likely love to take a bite of him as well. But since Vengeance Jones implies that the character was already on the island on day 1 of this season, leads me to believe it's more than likely the Wookiee team leader trying to turn him into a dish to serve at the cantina. One of the biggest hidden secrets in Fortnite history starts off over here at the location known as Mass Meadows, where, as we all know, back in Chapter 6, Season 1, located here, you're able to find something very, very mysterious, actually being a broken Ani mask, known as the Mask of Power, that was said to be so incredibly powerful that it could never be repaired. Anyways, now at this location, you're able to find a bunch of purple mysterious smoke. The whole reason for this is revealed. Whenever you make your way down in the basement underneath Mass Meadows, you're able to find Dago's mask making machine, once again turned on and fully operational, as well as directly behind it, you're actually able to find the Mask of Power. However, it's no longer broken. It's actually been fully reconstructed for the very first time in a very long time here on the current Fortnite island. Obviously, Dago was the one that fixed it. The way he accomplished that was actually by teaming up with this season's main antagonist, Fletcher Kane, and basically totally took advantage of him and manipulated him by convincing him and his guards to deliver all of their gold to his workshop, which he used to repair the Mask of Power using this ancient form called Kinjitsu, which is essentially repairing a broken item with gold. Anyways, the entire reason Dago needed to fix this thing is in order to use it to fight against the Dark Presence. That's not even the half of it, ladies and gentlemen. For the very next part of this, we're actually gonna need to make our way a decent bit across the Fortnite island. Oh, hold on, I got an enemy shooting at me. Stop it, mate. Leave me alone. Oh my goodness, he's running. Why shoot at me if you're just gonna run? Back here, buddy. Got it. Oh, another one. Hold on, boys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yes, sir. We gotta be super quick. We're gonna hop inside of this vehicle. Oh my goodness, we literally have so far to go. But don't worry, it's gonna be worth it. Because as we all know, at the very end of the mini live event, the Dark Presence will actually be released onto the Fortnite island in the form of the Death Star that'll actually be visible high up in the sky. And the location we're headed to right now is where you're actually able to see it early. And just like that, we have arrived. The location I'm talking about is actually right here on the top of the Lone Wolf layer. We were able to find this massive telescope that has has indeed been here ever since the season released, but none of us really paid that much attention to it. And we all basically just assumed this was Fletcher looking at the stars for no apparent reason. Trust me, this is here for a reason. Right now, the way the telescope is situated, it's literally pointed directly at where the Death Star is located. Obviously, right now, we're not able to see it in-game because the storm is literally blocking the entire view. A bunch of players have actually been able to successfully locate it by going inside of replay mode. Where they're able to find it has literally been exactly where the telescope has been pointed at the entire season, basically hinting that Fletcher Kane knew about its arrival the entire time, which does make sense, as recently a book about the 0-point shard and Dark Presence was found in Fletcher's home, teasing that he himself is after the 0-point shard. Dago is something else planned. Because check this out, ladies and gentlemen, if we actually hop inside of a car, make our way over to a location that's very close by, actually being Magic Moss's, specifically to this area right here, we're able to find the exact location where Dago's plan will come to light. Coming up here in just a few more days, something very special will appear on this little hill, actually being one of the Spirit Realm portals. You may remember last season, one of the Spirit Realm portals were already located here. This season, it totally disappeared, but not for long, as Dago will be using this Spirit Realm portal, as well as the Mask of Power to actually activate the thing. And once the Spirit Realm portal is activated, both him and Fletcher Kane will do their best to acquire the 0-point shard. However, just like we teased earlier in the video, Dago will actually go on to betray him and will fight against him using the Splinter Blades, aka the weapon made up of the 0-point shard we got to construct in some quests last season that Dago then went on to use in his fight against Shogun X. This season, he'll use the exact same weapon to defeat Fletcher Kane, will result in the absolutely massive explosion from the Spirit Realm portal we talked about earlier. If you want a good laugh, then you're gonna absolutely love these broken skin glitches. First one is one of the newest skins, actually being Outlaw Midas, this season's secret skin. Honestly, shouldn't be broken since he's a part of the battle pass, but he is. I mean, just look at his locker icon. Why the heck is the dude so far back? Like, how did this happen? What the heck, Epic Games? An even crazier broken skin re-released in the item shop about a week ago, being this demon skin called Des Demona. And at first, it really seems like there's nothing wrong with this skin. That is, until you equip any pair of kicks, and it reveals something that Epic Games never meant for us to see, actually being an unfinished sock texture. The reason this happens is Des typically wears an even larger pair of kicks covering up this part of the skin, so whenever you have a smaller pair of kicks on, you're able to see a part of the model that Epic Games never fully completed. Speaking of new characters, you know when Chapter 6 first released, one of the new locations introduced was Lost Lake. It featured this absolutely massive and mysterious stone face looking up from the water. Obviously, here in Season 2, that location was replaced with the Lone Wolf lair. However, the face itself is still here, located beneath the glass floor in front of the vault, once again implying that this character is somehow really important. Well, now, we're finally starting to get some answers. Let me explain. The brand new update this week added a new skin to the game files called the Administrator. Right away, this character should look very, very familiar, as her face is eerily similar to the mysterious face introduced in Chapter 6. You're able to see their facial structure is very similar, as well as they both have the exact same blue glowing eyes. And ever since this face first appeared on the island, we all assumed that she was a member of the ancient civilization that inhabited the island before us, possibly even being their leader or queen of sorts. And the Administrator's description aligns with this perfect, saying she's in control of everything. But wait, there's more. Located on the new skin's hand, you're actually able to see this little bracelet thing. It has some very, very mysterious markings. One of these markings is literally the exact same rune you're able to see on the Raz skin's chest. Don't forget, Raz was the one responsible for stealing a piece of the 0-point in Chapter 2 Season 6, garnering the attention of the Last Reality, who came to the island to steal it. This is likely the exact same 0-point shard Hope and Jones have been searching for this entire chapter, which is honestly an incredible attention to detail by Epic Games. I bet you didn't know the Season 2 Battle Pass had a massive hidden secret inside of it, because if you actually scroll through the Battle Pass all the way to page 9, we're able to find one of the new pickaxes for this season, actually being the Jar Buster, and this thing is one of the coolest secrets ever. Check this out. If we actually equip it on our account, then go ahead and drop into a game just like I am. Land literally anywhere and pull out your pickaxe. At first, it really doesn't seem like there's anything all that special about it at all, but there is, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. If we actually navigate over into our setting and find this setting called hold to swap pickup, go ahead and turn it on, then hit the apply button. All we need to do now is find an item waiting for us on the ground directly in front of me, just like this, then hold the pickup button and walk up to it. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. For some reason, your player literally drops its pickaxe, meaning for the first time ever, we literally don't have any pickaxe inside of a battle royale game. Now, I know it is a bummer because you do need to have a crazy high level in the battle pass to unlock this pickaxe. You guys remember how last season, I began to theorize that the main protagonist of Chapter 6, Hope, was actually beginning to fall in love with Dago's brother, Kendo, mainly because of this dialogue with Vengeance Jones, where he said Hope trusts him and says he has a good heart. And another dialogue with the Hope character, she said her and Kendo make a good team. But you guys basically bullied me for this theory, said I might be going crazy, and I was grasping at straws. Well, once you see what I'm about to show you, some of you may owe me an apology. Let me explain. In case you didn't know, both Shadowblade Hope and Kendo have officially returned to the island as NPCs in the newest season. We're able to find Hope at the same location she was last season, being inside of this building at Hopeful Heights. Kendo is located over at Shogun Solitude alongside the Brat NPC. And the first piece of evidence proving my theory actually starts off with Kendo. Because check this out. If you equip any random skin and go up and interact with Kendo, you're actually able to ask him about Hope specifically. He goes on to say, I love my family, but I never feel totally relaxed around them. Hope is different. We just get each other. She always has my back, and I have hers. That's a new feeling. I hope she feels the same way. On top of that, if you talk to him while having the Hope skin specifically equipped, it goes on to say, sometimes I feel like nobody on this island gets me except you, which definitely sounds pretty lovey-dovey, but I still don't think it's enough to confirm that they are indeed in love. But wait, there's more, because Hope's right-hand man, Vengeance Jones, has also returned this season as an NPC, located over at the Demon Dojo with Night Rose. And if you actually go up and interact with him while you have the Kendo skin equipped, he goes on to say, if Hope gets hurt on your watch, Sword Boy, you'll learn what my name means. Basically implying that Kendo is responsible for Hope, sort of like a boyfriend. But I get it, you probably still think that's a reach. But you haven't even seen the biggest and best part yet. This actually comes directly from Hope herself. Actually ask her about Kendo. She goes on to say, I never met anyone back home who really got me. Jones is a great mentor, but we're a great team. But Kendo is different. Kendo's quiet, sensitive, and knows what it's like to have a hyper ambitious older sibling. He always has my back. I hope he knows I have his back too. Now I know technically that may not 100% confirm they're in love, but let's be honest, Epic Games is 100% hinting towards something with this dialogue, likely preparing us for Hope and Kendo to eventually fall in love later in the season. Otherwise, why would so many characters on the island be teasing it? You guys remember the waterfall invisibility glitch I showcased earlier? Today a new glitch was discovered that will literally let you surf a car as it flies clear across the island. Thankfully, this glitch is super duper easy to pull off. First things first, once you jump out of the battle bus, is you're just gonna want to begin making your way over to the Lost Lake point of interest. Now there's two different spots you can land at here. One of them actually being at this temple in the middle of the pond, and the other being the top floor of the main building. Located here, you should be able to find at least one of the Typhoon Blade stands. Simply go ahead and pick the Typhoon Blade up, add it to your inventory. Now, I guess technically you didn't need to land at Lost Lake, and instead you can land at any of the other Typhoon Blade spawns across the island. Now for the second step of this glitch, we're actually gonna need to make our way over to the gas station. Oh dear, looks like there's a gunfight going on, man. Hopefully we can sneak by. Uh-oh. We're running, boys. We're running fast. Quickly. We're gonna hop in the whiplash. Oh my goodness, they're lighting me up, man. Get me out of here. Now we'll just make sure we park the vehicle in a safe spot just like this. Oh, that's not as safe as I thought it was gonna be, man. We gotta move even more, bro. What the heck? All right, right here, man. Surely this is okay. Now all we need to do is go ahead and pickaxe the vehicle a ton. Literally until it's about to explode. Just like this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if we just hop on top of it. No way, there's more people. Oh my goodness, and another one right here. Get this guy first. Now we'll get these two. There's one. Come here, buddy. Thanks for playing. Now, if we just hop on top of the car, pickaxe it, then use the Cyclone Dash from the Typhoon Blade. No, I messed it up. Let's try this again, boys. Give me 1 second. Let me pickaxe the car. Here we go. Let's give this another shot. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it worked. Oh my goodness, we're literally flying on the car. Oh my goodness, look at it go. That was absolutely insane. Honestly, it's not the most useful glitch, but it is super fun and an easy way to impress your friends. You know, the Chapter 6 island is literally littered with NPCs, some of them just being storyline NPCs like Dago or Hope, and others being incredibly useful, like V, who will scan the area for nearby enemies whenever you hire her. But did you know there's one NPC on the island way more powerful than the rest? It even has a secret ability, and trust me, it's not who you think. The character I'm talking about is actually none other than the Doberman, aka the super buff dude Solitude, made up entirely of loaves of bread, and he has been on the Fortnite island for the past month, where he could originally be found as an NPC outside of Twinkle Terrace. Essentially have to fight a never-ending wave of demons. Just last week, Doberman's location changed, and he was moved right here to outside of the Shining Span Bridge, alongside Vengeance Jones. Together, the two of them have teamed up to fight the demons. Because of the demons, both of these NPCs actually have a secret ability none of the other NPCs have. It's guaranteed to blow your mind. First things first, we obviously need to make our way over to their location, and we have arrived. As you're able to see, the demons have spawned. Doberman and Jones are currently busy fighting against them. I want you to pay attention whenever they get shot by the demons. Notice how they don't take any damage. That'll be incredibly important here in a second. In order to bring this secret to life, first things first, we need to open up a chest, get a weapon. Now all we need to do is help Doberman and Jones eliminate the demons. There we go. We got one. Another one behind this rock. Come here, buddy. Yep, there we go. And then the next wave of demons will spawn. All we need to do now is eliminate these lads. And then the third and final wave of demons will spawn. We'll go ahead and eliminate them. After that, the Doberman and Jones NPCs will finally be freed, and you're able to go up and talk to them. However, you'll notice they don't sell any items or offer anything that's really all that interesting. On top of that, you'll notice if you try and shoot either of them, they won't take any damage. And vice versa is true as well, because if they shoot you, you won't take any damage either. And that's simply because we help them free them from the demons, meaning they essentially view us as friendly characters, so they won't try and shoot us. It basically seems like there's no way to anger these characters and make them mad. Wait until you see this, ladies and gentlemen. If you actually make your way right over here to this little fishing rod thing, and go ahead and collect a fishing rod, then make your way back over to the two NPCs, and use the fishing rod on both of them, exactly like I missed. How did I miss? Let's try this again. Yes, it worked. Now, as you're able to see, Doberman is super mad, chasing me around, shooting me. Check this out. If we go over here to Vengeance Jones on the treadmill and do the same thing to him, both of the NPCs are now mad and doing their absolute best to eliminate me. But, like I mentioned, they view me as a friendly since I helped defeat the demons and we won't take any damage. But other enemies are able to take damage, essentially turning these two characters into free hireable NPCs. They'll follow you around the island and eliminate any enemies near you. So it is kind of annoying because obviously they're trying to eliminate you the entire time. Thankfully, that's not possible, possibly making these two characters the most overpowered NPCs in Fortnite. Whenever I find more hidden secrets, I'll make sure to tweet them all out for you guys over on my official Twitter account, @HomaGamesYT.